So let's talk Amanda Seales. A lot of people have been introduced to Amanda Seales through Insecure, but I've known who Amanda Seales was since she was Amanda Diva on MTV. When she did a stint in Floetry. She's also a stand-up comic. I've known her for a few years. Been a fan of her for most of the time she's been a celebrity. Well, let's have a discussion about Amanda Seales and relationships. Amanda Seales and men, not black men, not white men, but on men in general. Seems like Amanda Seales and men have a big issue, or Amanda Seales have a big issue with men. Let's break it down. Amanda Seales says women like her um, are basically above men, and men aren't able to keep up with them, and that's why they're single. Take a look at this.
And I know niggas is in the comments right now, like, see, that's why she's single. And it's like, yeah, that is exactly why I'm single. Because we live in a society that hasn't caught up to women like me.
Bars.
And I know that. And so many women in the comments are like, yes, because there are men who have caught up. And they are in loving, healthy relationships with women who are bad it, ratty.
Now, after watching that, for me personally, I tried to watch the whole podcast. That was the Restore Relationship podcast. You got to give credit to people when you're making content off of their content. So shout out to them. But I didn't get to watch the whole podcast, but I watched most of it. It was hard for me to watch the podcast. I'm not going to lie to you, because I saw a person taking no accountability for their actions. I saw a person blaming everybody else for the predicament that they're in. I saw a person just really talking negatively on how they perceive relationships. And I didn't see a person basically taking into context of how they play a role in the destruction of their relationship. Realized that her boyfriend has walked out on her, left her. And, the first thing came in my mind was, it's got to be exhausting to deal with. Just listening to her talk, listening to the blame game thing, I didn't see any accountability being taken there. And I went in the comment section. The first thing I did was went in the comment section to see what was going on. And I saw a lot of women agreeing with her, but I've seen a good amount of women saying that they understand why she's single. I've seen a good amount of women, men also, but I'm just talking about women for right now. I've seen a lot of women saying that, hey, she sounds very exhausting. She sounds like she's a hard person to deal with. And then I saw people going at the host, saying that the host wasn't holding her accountable either. They wasn't they wasn't holding her feet to the fire about some of the stuff that she was saying. And I just want to say this about the host. I think the host was trying to show their guests respect. They didn't want to come off rough to their guests or come off as, I'm talking down to my guests. And I have a pretty famous person in the Black community. She's in the space of where she has some notoriety, and they didn't want to come off to her as being rude or trying to shut her down or trying to be argumentative with her. So they was giving her a free space to just, say what she want to say. And I don't see anything wrong with that. So I see a lot of people were going at them, talking crazy about them. But you got to understand, when you have someone in your platform, when especially you don't bring them there to have a combative interview with them, you're going to give them their room to talk and express themselves and say how they feel. Just because we don't agree with how they feel, don't mean we have to do a back and forth about it. You can let her say what she want, and then that's why the comment section is open for you to, say how you feel, respectfully, of course, and and do your back and forth in there. But I see this a lot, man. I was strolling through social media. I've seen women picking up men that are not good for them, and then blaming the whole community of men for the decisions you made, the path that you choose to take. When you're out there dating a guy that you took serious, because that's the type of person that you like, the group of guys that you like. So you're dating those guys. When there's some great guys over here that you chose not to date, but you're dating these guys, and then they treat you wrong. and then you blame the whole community of men for the few guys that you choose to date actions. And how is that fair to men? How is that fair to anybody if you basically playing off of your emotions? It seems like she's hurt. Seems like she's going through a lot. Seems like she's exhausted with relationships. She's trying to find that place and that person to be with. And it just seems like it's just so much going on that she can't, it's hard for her to bear. I think she might have to go talk to somebody about that, because that's rough. But for you to be blaming men in general for decisions that you're making, and then the I had to laugh for her to actually sit there and said that no man that's available right now is up to par with her, and all the men that are up to par with her are in relationships. And I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, I can't even fathom the thought of a person feeling like there's so much above millions of guys out there, millions of other people out there, that the reason why they're in the predicament they're in is because of those people, not them. Not doing any self checks, not doing any looking deep on the inside of you to see, where did I go wrong? What did I do that caused me to be in this situation? Or how did I play a part in my trauma, my hurt to be in a situation where me and the people or the guys that I'm attracted to can't get along? Or why these type of guys are not good for me. Maybe I should move on over here. But I heard none of that. I heard that men are to be blamed, this and that, this and that. And I see the people that agree with her just in the comment section cheering her on. And of course, the people that don't agree with her, they're going to be in the comment section talking how they feel. I feel like she's a hurt person. I honestly do. And I really feel like she hates men. I've been thinking back to the time when Will Smith was playing Serena Williams and Venus Williams' father in that movie. And now she came out and she started talking, why are they doing the movie on him? They're the famous one. They're the one that did everything. Which not understanding that they're doing a movie on him because he pushed them to get to where they get. He's the one that was bringing them around. Him and his wife at the time were the one that was making sure that these young ladies are put on the path of success. No matter what his character was in the end, or who type of person he was, maybe he wasn't a great guy, but at the end of the day, he's the one that gave them the tools to be successful of what they're doing right now, or what they were doing right now, or what they were doing at the time, which is being great tennis players, not just women tennis players, just great tennis players in general, because they're, when you look at the skill level of those ladies, I mean, a lot of people say they can match up to many of the men that played tennis before. So Amanda Seales is just in a space where I've seen her break down on social media, crying. I've seen her complaining about not being welcome in certain aspects of our community with certain people around. They don't want her around. She seems like a very difficult person to deal with. She seems hard to deal with. I'm not going to lie to you. It seems like it's just exhausted dealing with her. Even watching that podcast, it was exhausted hearing her talk with no accountabilities, just blame, just a blame game of, making myself feel like I'm the victim and, everyone out there is the problem and I am the victim. That's what I took from it, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Let me know if you agree with me or not. Let's keep it respectful, though. All right, I'm out.